Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brooke and I have a daughter named Laura who is 2.5, and I'm currently pregnant with my second daughter. Currently 8 months pregnant to be exact. I thought it would be fun to compare my two pregnancies since I have had my pregnancies in my teen years. My first one, I was 14 when I got pregnant, and I'm 17 and pregnant with my second. So I'm going to compare them. I'm going to talk about what it was like being pregnant at 14 versus now being pregnant at 17. They are completely two different experiences, like drastically different. So I really just want to get into it. And before I start, disclaimer, I am not promoting pregnancy as a teenager at all. I am just sharing my experiences being pregnant and documenting my life being a young mother. I want to give a little backstory. So I got pregnant at 14 with my boyfriend, who is the same dad to this baby. We've been together for 4 years, but I got pregnant. We were dating for, I think it was like 11 months. Yeah. I was pregnant for almost 2 months, I think. And then my parents finally found out. That was a whole big thing. I do have a story time on my Find Out I Was Pregnant if you guys want to watch that. Basically, that pregnancy was extremely hard for me just because my boyfriend and I were not allowed to see each other. I was a freshman in high school, so that also the whole year was COVID. So I did schooling at home. I was remote. I barely saw my boyfriend. He came to a few of my doctor's appointments. We had a baby shower together, maternity pictures together, stuff like that. I was basically by myself. I was really sad every single day. I would stay in my room the majority of the day and cry. So it was not a pleasant pregnancy. There are a lot of things that happen while being pregnant, no matter what age you are. Like, you have a million hormones, your whole body's changing, like everything's changing. Your whole entire world is about to change when that baby is born. So being young and like being like, okay, I'm pregnant now, I'm about to have a baby and I need to process this, and also doing it alone, that was like difficult for me. So being pregnant physically, I was fine. Like, I had some like back pain, stuff like that, which is normal, but it was the mental part that was really hard for me. That was my pregnancy experience being 14. I want to talk about being 17 and being pregnant. I said I lived with my parents too, so that was different. Now when I'm 17 and pregnant and I have my own apartment with my boyfriend and everything like that, it's completely different. Before I got pregnant, I was living with my boyfriend and his dad moved in there like a year ago, and then we moved into this apartment just 2 months ago. Not living with my parents being pregnant was obviously completely different, and not to mention with this pregnancy, everyone was completely supportive since my boyfriend and I have been dating for 4 years now, and it's like we already have one daughter and we wanted to obviously grow our family, and like, as everyone can tell, we've been together for so long that they weren't worried that we weren't going to like make it work out. So this time when I got pregnant, it was obviously a completely different experience. Like, I wasn't living with my parents, we moved out. But this pregnancy has honestly been like the complete opposite of my first pregnancy. I've never really been sad. Obviously, like with hormones here and there, like I'll be upset, but I'm not like in my bed every day crying. That's been obviously extremely nice, and having someone there, like the person who literally got you pregnant and you're the one who having the family together, is so different since I said I didn't have that with my first. So it's been a lot better, like actually feeling like I have support from him and then from everyone else. I mean, with my first pregnancy, people were supportive, but it was almost like borderline, kind of, because like you have to be, because I was like, I'm keeping my baby, whatever, so you're gonna have to be supportive about it because there's nothing really you can do. And so you could tell that like obviously people were upset, but they were also supportive because what are you gonna do? So this time, like I said, everyone's been super supportive, and it's completely different just because we're obviously older now, not to mention my boyfriend's 18, so clearly being pregnant in a whole for the 2 different times are completely different. First pregnancy, physically, I had like some back pain and stuff like that, and this time, oh my gosh, the physical part of it, maybe because like mentally I've been great and like physically I'm just like not okay. Horrendous back pain, like upper back and lower back, so bad. I also have a really bad pelvic pain this time. This baby has also been a lot bigger than my first baby was, like already. So I'm kind of scared to see how much she's gonna weigh when she comes out. I'm kind of scared to see how much she's gonna weigh when she comes out, but I'm hoping she's not humongous, just because she is really low. And then So what that means is basically it's just a lot of pressure like down there, and walking hurts. You also feel like you have to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes. I get up in the middle of the night 3 times, like minimum, and it just hasn't been super fun for me, but we're almost there. I literally have like a month and a half left, but everyone thinks she's gonna be born in November. My due date is the first week of December, so I definitely think she'll be born in November. And then with stuff like symptoms for pregnancy, because I know a lot of people ask me, I actually have a list on my phone that I'm gonna go off of. You guys are probably like, what the heck is happening? I keep looking here at the viewfinder and then here at the lens. Like, I go back and forth because I'm like, do I look weird? Oh my gosh, you guys are probably like, what the heck? Pregnancy symptoms and stuff, like versus my first pregnancy and my second. So pregnancy symptoms with my first, I was breaking out literally all over, and when I mean symptoms, I mean like also kind of the whole pregnancy. So with my first daughter, I was breaking out all over my chest, all over my back, my face. It was literally horrendous. And if you knew me before I got pregnant with my first daughter, I had never had pimples like at all. So breaking out all over, I was like, there's something wrong with me. And then that was actually like one of the things I took a test for, besides the fact that I didn't have a period with my first. And then with my first, I also was nauseous from like week 6 to 20. I was throwing up all the time. I really hated throwing up so much. It's so nasty. With my first, I was also crying over random things. I literally remember crying one time because we had no more waffles. So just little thing, I was like always crying. And then this time I've honestly rarely broken out. Sometimes I get breakouts. Right now I have like 2 pimples on my forehead. My skin has been honestly way clearer this time than last time. I've had a really dry mouth like half the time me being pregnant. Right now I haven't actually had a dry mouth in a little bit, but a lot of the time me being pregnant I had to have a really dry mouth. And then this pregnancy I had not thrown up at all. I was literally never nauseous at all, so I thought I was having a boy, and then when I found out I was a girl, I was like, what do you mean? Like, why am I not throwing up? So I feel like the common misconception with being pregnancies is like, oh, you're having a boy, you're supposed to have like the perfect skin, you're not supposed to be nauseous, and you're supposed to feel great. And with a girl, you're supposed to be like throwing up and have horrible skin and like all this other stuff. So that's not true, clearly, since I had like all the boy symptoms this time when I'm having a girl. And we've literally confirmed the gender like 5 times because I was so convinced I was having a boy. And we did blood work twice. Every single ultrasound I go to, I'm like, is it still a girl? I've had the majority of the same cravings. My cravings being pasta, specifically McDonald's cheeseburgers with like extra ketchup, which sounds really gross, but I love ketchup so much. French fries, sandwiches, honestly a lot of like dinner foods or like fried things like tacos and all that. And also chocolate. I love chocolate. Say hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mommy.
What? And then another big comparison with being pregnant that I know a lot of people talk about, and it's also like kind of controversial, is talking about your weight. With my first, I gained like 50 pounds. I was also really tiny before getting pregnant. Like, I probably should have weighed more. So honestly, me gaining the weight was also like I needed to. And then I breastfed my first, so really then after that I lost all the weight. I was back into my pre-pregnancy jeans a week after I gave birth, so it wasn't, so I know that like that doesn't happen to every single person. I'm super fortunate to be able to have that happen to me. And then this time I haven't gained nearly as much weight as that, and I'm also going to be breastfeeding this time too, so I'm sure that anything I gain will probably be back to what I was before I got pregnant this time because of breastfeeding. That same thing happened with my mom. She breastfed, lost all her weight, everything like that. My mom's pregnancies were also super smooth. Another thing people talk about a lot is with stretch marks. With my first, I got stretch marks here on my chest, which they actually faded a lot, and then I got stretch marks with her on my inner thighs, which again have also faded. This pregnancy I've not gained. This pregnancy I have not had any more stretch marks. I've never got one on my stomach, or I'm just gonna look at them on like their feet and stuff like that. That didn't happen to me. This changes, which is weird, but when I was pregnant with my first, I would get swollen and my feet like wouldn't fit my shoes. I was like, what is happening? I feel like that is the majority of the comparisons that I hear a lot about. So like my cravings, my symptoms, like overall general pregnancy things, and then obviously how my experiences were as being a younger parent. But yeah, I'm super excited. We are so excited to have this baby. I literally cannot believe I'm gonna have her in like a month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. We post on Mondays and Fridays, and you'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.